Okay, so this might be one of the coolest video spots I've ever shot in. So I'm in Taipei for Computex with MSI checking out the latest laptop line. So initially this was going to be a vlog hybrid style video. There is a massive typhoon incoming / it's here right now. So I wasn't sure how this video would be laid out. I got in yesterday. I did a couple touristy things. Saw a couple cool things actually, and then from there went straight to MSI's press release or product announcement, and we saw, I think, one of the coolest collabs in the tech scene. So this is the Stealth 16 Mercedes-AMG inspired laptop, and this thing is straight up dope. And this is essentially a redesigned Stealth 16, which I initially checked out right before I came out to Taiwan. And kind of think about the Stealth 16, good looking laptop, but this is kind of tweaked and redesigned. It has hints of Mercedes-AMG styling. So one of the first things that you'll notice of this laptop, obviously the colorway. It's called Selenite Gray, which is very Mercedes motorsport inspired. It reminds me of the silver arrows. And you see on the front, it's got MSI with the Mercedes-AMG motorsport branding. It's got that stealth LED bar, but you can see more styling inspired by AMG with some of that, I'm gonna say, livery on the back. And of course, that continues onto the space bar and on the little lid where the camera cutout is. So super good looking. It also has this funny little start engine button. So that's typically the on and off button. It's once again in silver. Start the engine means you're starting up the laptop. We've got more AMG branding, and at the press release, I just kind of wanted to get into the car, give that a test drive. I was more excited about that. But this is a limited edition laptop, so I know that they won't be selling too many of them. Everything that I mentioned will be listed kind of down below, so if you're interested, make sure you check that out. Out of all of them, I think this one will sell out fastest. The hype for it was kind of unreal. Everyone was crowding towards this laptop. I know all the other ones that you kind of see around me got some buzz, but this one definitely stole the show. I think MSI doing this collab with Mercedes-AMG for branding is just so cool, really great for marketing, and they're getting into that high-end luxury space. Both of those brands kind of share that philosophy. And as I'm talking to this camera, I actually see right here, there's this little deck playing actually for this laptop. These are actually called rhombuses, or AMG-inspired rhombuses. That's what the design pattern is. So super, super dope. So that's laptop kind of number one. Laptop number two was the Creator Z17 Studio. So me being a big content creator, I typically edit and work off devices like this. So this is obviously rocking the 13th gen i9. It's rocking the RTX 4070. So like I said, for 4K content for gaming, it can handle that stuff. And I actually brought my own Creator series with me to edit all of this content that you're kind of watching. And the one thing that I like about the Creator series, this is all milled out of one piece of aluminum. So it has the best build quality out of the bunch. On the front, because it's such a large panel, so this is a 17-inch model. Its QHD Plus has 165 Hz refresh rate, but new to this year was the MSI Pen 2, which I'm actually excited to test out on the showroom, but you can actually write on a piece of paper as the tip is made out of carbon and then still write on the display, which is super dope. This is one of the bulkier laptops because it is full aluminum. It does have a bit of a heftier weight, but if you like the build quality, if you need something to churn out content, if you're looking to game, this is one of the best series to look at. Okay, moving on to gaming. So we've got the Raider GE78. So there's a couple different models here. The one I have in front of me has this Aurora light bar. So this is a pretty cool RGB light bar. As you can see kind of on video here, gives it a very gaming-esque theme. And at the showroom, they actually have one with a built-in touchpad, which kind of activates by proximity. And obviously you can turn it on or off with your finger. It's called the Smart Touchpad, and you can set things like macros, you can increase volume, you can change the brightness of the screen. Obviously, a lot of the things that you have capacitive keys for, it's all kind of built into that bottom bar, so that's all nice and seamless, and it's got a really clean look to it. It's also rocking an Intel Core i9, RTX 4070, so really suited towards gaming. And I know that I've been churning my way through Hogwarts Legacy. You can obviously run AAA titles like that on this. I won't judge MSI. I saw a lot of their demos. They had Slytherin as their key character. I am obviously Team Ravenclaw. Still have a soft spot for Slytherin sometimes. They do get a lot of hate, but Team Ravenclaw all the way. I will get through Hogwarts Legacy. Carl Podmore. Shifting on to business and productivity laptops, which I kind of find my lifestyle shifting towards. Obviously, I do more than this content creation, this YouTube channel, which is kind of a separate discussion. But the Commercial 14 caught my eye. Obviously, that's at the showroom. So this one's super cool. It's nice and lightweight, super thin, super light. It's got this really cool NFC tap area on the left-hand side, which you can unlock your laptop. So I actually brought my NFC tap business card, which I could just kind of slap onto the laptop. It would unlock, you're ready to go. It also has a little credit card slot on the right-hand side. The material and build of the laptop, it's actually made out of a recycled resin, which is one of the first that I've seen in a laptop. So it's great to see MSI going into that renewable resource game. And of course, the port situation on the back, being a business laptop, I like that it's on the back. So when you're, say, sitting at a desk, you can just simply plug in your additional I/O, like your external monitor. You don't have any of those weird ports or cables coming out from the side, and you can keep everything nice and clean from the back. I think you guys know my cable management is just atrocious, and just having some I/O ports at the back is just one of those little details for a business professional, for someone that travels around with a laptop. It's just nice and handy. And last but not least, one of the final announcements that caught my eye was the new Prestige 16. So really suited for that higher end business professional. It obviously reflects that in the price. This one is also really lightweight, perfect for traveling. It's made out of the same magnesium alloy as the Mercedes-AMG laptop behind me, so just under 1.5 kilograms. It's got the golden ratio, the 16:10, so really ideal for productivity, whatever you're rocking, whether that's emails, Excel sheets, spreadsheets, whatever you guys do to stay productive. I think they've got you covered. So yeah, that was some of the big highlights from the press release at Computex here for MSI after this quick little tour. So I know that they have this like gaming room that I want to check out. It's where they do all their live streams and essentially just get to test out laptops for gaming. Like, I need that job from MSI. Like, that's the person who should never leave their position. Like, you have the greatest job on earth. The room was decked out in gaming memorabilia. Like, I saw Far Cry 6, I saw StarCraft 2, like my favorite video game franchise, or my favorite RTS of all time, maybe that, and like Red Alert. I'm kind of aging myself here. Super dope to see MSI's HQ. I'll kind of interlace some B-roll over top. I know not a lot of people have seen it. They even had a giant Lucky the Dragon, their old mascot. I know that it's been replaced for something a bit more modern, but just, yeah, dope to see their HQ. Let me know if you have any more questions, if there's any secret rooms that you guys want to see here. I'll try to get some footage, and from here we'll go to the second part of the vlog. Will survive the typhoon to get there, to actually being on the show floor in Computex. So let's do that switch now. Okay, so that kind of wraps up the vlog for me. I've got a pretty long schedule after this. I'm heading from here tonight at 11 p.m. to Paris. Then after that, Periscope, Cupertino, WWDC, back to Paris for some sports events, Istanbul for Champions League finals, and then finally back home. So super long trip. I hope you guys enjoy this. My favorite part, other than some of the laptops, may have been just the little Mercedes-AMG MSI accessories, like that little bag or the mouse. I'm gonna try to get some extra little goodies to give away to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my first vlog, my first time here actually at Computex. Taiwan has been dope. I did survive the typhoon, and hopefully I don't get too wet on my flight out. Catch you guys in one of my next ones. Peace.